Chickadees. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Leana. Bunny's not here. It's just me and my friends today, okay? Don't worry about it. So welcome back to the chat where I call up a friend and we chat it out. We chat about whatever we want to chat about, and that's how it's gonna be. So today we're calling one of my closest friends. We went to high school together. I've known her for years now. So I'm excited to introduce her to you guys. I hope you really love her because I do. Her name is Rachel. So let's call her up. And as you can see, I'm rocking the purple today because of this beautiful crystal here, amethyst. We're going to talk more about that. Make sure you check out my amethyst video. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who is this?
This is Rachel.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. What's up, Rachel?
Hey, girl. How you doing?
Say hello to my friends on the channel, if I have any. Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Yes. So that's Rachel. She's on the phone with us. So, Rachel, you told me you were cooking?
Yeah, just cooking a little something real quick.
That's good. That's good. I was just telling everybody how we met, which was like in high school. Wasn't it like during lunch?
I believe so, yeah.
And it was like freshman. No, it wasn't freshman year. It was sophomore year, wasn't it?
It was sophomore year.
It was sophomore year. And that's when we went to school at the elementary school because our high school wasn't built yet. Right?
Yeah, it was middle school?
It was a middle school. It was a middle school.
Yeah.
Still
and,
crazy.
Yeah, we just met through a mutual friend, so.
Yeah. What was your first impressions of me? And be honest.
I thought you was weird. Or maybe not weird, just very, is the word I'm looking for, is astute. You were very, like, just to yourself. Like, by yourself. You were, like, in the books.
I wasn't in the books. I was a reader and a learner. I was an intellect. I didn't have time for all of that. Put in a blank beep word there, whatever that is. For all of the shenanigans people wanted to get into, all right? The tomfoolery.
Which is fine. I mean,
Which is
fine.
First met you, I thought you were very quiet and very reserved. And then you turned out to be like a really amazing friend.
Aww,
and we've been friends ever since. And that's like over 10 years, right? Minimum. 10 years minimum.
Minimum 10 years. Yeah.
Minimum 10 years. So.
Yeah, and then I found out, like, yeah, you're not quiet at all.
No, it's like when my head's in a book, I'm quiet, but when it's out of a book, it's like, woo.
Yep.
Exactly. Very true, very true. So Rachel, I'm working on like an amethyst is my next crystal that I'm working on for my videos, and I wanted to get your opinion on one of the things amethyst is really cool about is it helps you with your nightmares. So if you're prone to having nightmares or night terrors or those kinds of creepy things at night, it's gonna really help with those kinds of things. So I want to know, what is the scariest dream you've ever had? Ever?
Well, shoot, I wouldn't want to remember them if it was that scary.
Girl, I know you remember. We were talking about this earlier.
Well, basically, I would say, I can say it was a reoccurring dream that would scare me.
Okay, yes. Tell me one of the reoccurring dreams that you would have.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look on Dreamoods.com and see what it says that means. Okay. So you speak, I look. Go.
Okay. No, so like a reoccurring dreams I would always have was with tornadoes. Like I would always see tornadoes in my dreams, or I would think they were coming towards my house, and then I would go hide, to go take cover. And the tornado would come to the house, but I would feel everything and hear everything, but it never like affected me. Like I never was.
You never like died or something.
Yeah, it would pass through all the time. But I would be just terrified thinking, oh no, it's about to destroy the house. Oh no, I gotta go hide. And I always survived the tornado too. So, but I always wonder why specifically I was having tornado dreams. I was like, am I angry? Am I sad or crazy? I don't know.
Oh, Lord. That's scary. It could just mean that, like, you just have a lot of movement going on around you in your life. A lot of maybe tumultuous things that you're always trying to stay above water with and not get swept up in the emotions and the commotions of it all. And it seems like in your dreams you're surviving them, although it's pretty scary, sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to load this, but my internet is tripping.
I would get those dreams every year.
Dang, like at the same time?
Not necessarily. I would just get them a few times a year.
Interesting. Would you be like stressed out when you're getting them, or like, what, like in your waking life, what would be happening when you're having those dreams?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I think it would happen more so when I had a lot on my mind. Like, if I just had a lot going on, like school or family, relationship stuff, I would always have these dreams. And and the only thing is, the funny thing is, it would only be just me in the house. Like, it was just me. It would never be like my family there or like my boyfriend. Nah, it would just be me. And I would be, of course, that would make me more scared because I'd be by myself in this situation. So I was like, oh, now I'm here by myself and have to deal with this.
Right.
So I would go, it would be in my same place that I live right now. So I would go run in where I know I can hide, like my closet or something like that, even the bathroom.
True that.
Or something like that. And just take for cover, and it just would blow through. So I don't know.
Lord! Okay, I found it on here. So you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so under tornado, it says, to see a tornado in your dream suggests that you are experiencing some emotional outbursts and or anger issues. You are lashing out at those around you. Is there a situation or relationship in your life that may be potentially destructive? To dream that you are in a tornado means that you are feeling overwhelmed and out of control. You have too many things going on in your life. If you dream that you come out of the tornado with no injuries, then it implies that the rough times are temporary and you will come out of it stronger and happier.
That sounds good.
That's not bad. To see several tornadoes in your dreams represents people around you who are prone to violent outbursts and shifting mood swings. It may also symbolize a volatile situation or relationship. What do you think of that?
I mean, I can see where they said it can relate to emotions. Because, like I said, tornadoes are kind of chaotic and they can kind of represent chaos in a way. And with the double tornadoes thing, I have seen that too.
Really?
Like one turn into several before. So I don't know, maybe it could be some kind of sign like, oh, you're dealing with a lot of emotional people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my emotions wise, I mean, I don't feel like I'm an outburst emotional person. I do tend to, like, if I'm upset about something,
you like keep it all inside. You internalize it. You internalize it.
Yeah, I internalize it more so until, like, it just gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I just gotta, like, let it out. And maybe that could be, like, the quote-unquote tornado situation.
Right.
Where I'm finally just, like, I let it all out. Because, I always try to look at the bigger picture. When I'm in a conflict with anyone or anything, I try to just say, okay, this is a rough situation, but I'm not going to let it, like, hold me. I'm just going to keep it moving.
Right.
But then sometimes, there are some things that can happen where you didn't realize you're not over it and you're still internalizing it. So then you kind of have to address it,
Lord, I am highly aware. Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, you want to hear my scary dreams? My scary dreams are really scary.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, I'll tell you, most of my scary dreams, I really don't have scary dreams anymore. And I have a crap ton of dream catchers. And so I think that helps a lot with that. And I do a lot of positive meditation too before I go to bed. So a lot of that stuff I think keeps negative things from getting at me while I'm unconscious and those kinds of things. But when I was younger, before I really got into all of that stuff, I used to have really crazy ass scary dreams, and they used to make me shake. Like in my dreams, I used to physically start shaking, like convulsing from the dream.
Oh, Lord.
They were scary, I'm telling you. Okay, so one of the scariest dreams. It's too damn late. You're already in it. So one of the scariest dreams I had, and a lot of people talk about shadow people. I used to have shadow people occur too as well, but they were always weirder than people describe them. So like, not weirder, but just different. So one of them was like, I had a nightmare when I was living in Virginia. So I was in elementary school, roughly, like 4th grade. And I had a nightmare, and I told my mom, I woke up and I was like, can I sleep with you? Because I was so scared, right? And I was still young enough to where that's not really a weird thing to do, is to sleep with your parents when you're scared. So I got up and I got in her bed and I started to fall asleep. And when I fell asleep, I fell asleep like on my back, like with my face kind of like this way, facing the end of my bed. And I woke up sometime in the middle of my sleep, and I saw this man standing at the foot of the bed. And he was very tall, but not like abnormally tall, just like a tall man, maybe like 6 foot. And he was hooded, like he was literally wearing a black hoodie, like a solid black hoodie. And where his face was supposed to be, it was all black. It was just like the shadow of the hoodie covered his entire face. So you couldn't see a face. All you saw was the hoodie, the dark shadow in the hoodie, and then the rest of the body. And it was like he was wearing all black. Even the hands were all like gloved, like wearing black gloves on the hands, right? And I'm sitting, and he's just standing there staring at me like straight on. And it was like I was awake, but I wasn't awake. Like I knew it was a dream, because that doesn't really happen. But it was so real and vivid, and I have very vivid dreams. And basically, he stares at me for a second, and then I start getting ready to scream, but I can't. And he takes a hatchet, and he like jumps, somehow he levitates over me and slams the hatchet in the center of my chest.
Oh, wow.
And then I start shaking, like... And I start shaking, and I wake up shaking and like and crying, and my mom's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I had a dream. Not the good kind. And so that was one of my scary ones. Another scary one that I had was, you were there, Rachel.
Was I?
Yes, you were there. It was you, Rachel. It was you and Deneen, which was another friend of mine at the time. And you were the only 3 people that I recognized, but the rest of the people were there. We all went to the same school, right? We were in a high school, and it was like where they lock you in, a lock-in or whatever. And we're all there, and we're all partying, but then suddenly all the lights go off. And you and Deneen are like, what's going on? You know, start freaking out or whatever. Right? And I'm like, I don't know. And so people start screaming at the other end of the gymnasium. And we're like, what's going on? And then it's like, they're dead. They're all dead. And we're like, what? And so all these people just got murked in the hallway. And we don't know what's going on. And then like all the lights and stuff are like, it's like there's a shift in reality. And we're still in the school, but it's almost like we're not on the same plane of existence anymore. It's freaking weird. And so then people start trying to run to get out of the school, right? But all the doors are locked. Like you can't budge. Some people try busting the windows open, but the windows don't bust. And it's like when you try looking outside, you can't see anything. It's so weird. It's just all dark and you see nothing, right? Like not even the lights, nothing. And so there's this guy that suddenly appears out of the crowd, and like you, Neen, and I, and then some other kids are all together talking about what's our strategy to get out of here. And freaking this guy comes up. He looks like a Mormon, no offense to Mormons, but he's wearing like the blacks, like the South Park typical Mormon outfit, the black slacks, the white dress shirt buttoned all the way up to the neck, the thin black tie, and he's white, like very white, like very pale white. And I'm very light. He was lighter than me. and he had jet black hair and blue eyes. And he's like, if you guys want to get out of here, you're going to have to solve the riddles. You're going to have to solve the puzzles. And we're like, what? Word?
My riddle is, I'm getting up out of here. How about that?
I love you. And he opens his hand and shows us what we need to get out. And it's like these weird little symbol trinkets, like weird little objects. And we're like, we don't know what the hell that is, sir. You know? And then he looks at us and he's like, you're going to need these. But then, at first you think he's a good guy, but then something switches in his face. And like you can see his soul through his eyes, and it's like his eyes turn dark or whatever. His soul is just popping out, and it's just like pure evil. And he just smiles like this huge, big, white toothed smile. And it's just like all of a sudden you know that he's the devil. And I was like, and then I woke up like that. Like in my head, I was like, that's the devil. And then I woke up because it was pure evil. You could just feel the evil rush over you, you know?
Yeah.
That was scary. That was a scary one. And it was scary because he smiled. That was why it was so scary. It was the smile scared me. I think that's why in a lot of my fiction, a lot of the evil characters I have, they smile a lot. But anyway, that's pretty... What do you think about my scary...
What all those meant, basically, or like to some degree what some of those meant?
Well, I know that like for dying in your dream usually means that you are undergoing a reincarnation. So if you die in your dream, you're usually you're leading into a new part of your life, a new aspect of your life. You're maybe...
Oh, so that's positive then.
Yeah, usually, but my dreams were so violent, it probably had something else to do. I guess we could try looking up real quick. You have been killed suggests that your actions are disconnected from your emotions and conscience. The dream refers to drastic changes that you are trying to make. There's a characteristic that you want to get rid of or a habit that you want to end within yourself. Interesting. Killing represents the killing off of the old parts and old habits. Alternatively, the dream represents feelings of being let down or betrayed by someone in your waking life. You are feeling overwhelmed, shocked, and disappointed. See also murder. To dream that you are murdered suggests that some important and significant relationship has been severed. You are trying to disconnect yourself from your emotions. The dream may also be about your unused talents.
Interesting.
We both said interesting at the same time. Interesting, yeah, that is interesting. So I would have a lot of those when I was younger. The scariest thing usually means the best thing or the lightest thing or whatever. Oh, you're shedding your negative aspects of yourself. That's what that means. So I was doing a lot of developing back then, apparently. Yeah.
I would probably be terrified to go back to sleep. Ever.
But yeah, I tell my friends all of my dreams, most of my dreams. The good, the bad, the sexy. Well, thank you, my love, Rachel, for sharing your trauma with me and us. It was fun. We got to talk a little bit about amethyst and our dreams, and I had a good time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me, my love.
You're my love.
Aww.
My Sherry Moore, pretty little thing that I adore. Is that how it goes? I forget.
Yes, and scene.
And scene. Okay. You don't actually have to hang up, but you should say goodbye to the people. Say
Don't you
goodbye.
call Chickadees?
Yes, my little chickadees. Yes.
Oh, bye, Chickadees.
Why'd you say it like that? Your voice got so high. Bye, chickadees. You sound like a wannabe Mickey Mouse. Whoa, kids. Bye, chickadees.
Might have been him in my past life. You never know.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
That's it for Lou Chat. I hope you guys really enjoyed my talk with Rachel. It was a lot of fun. I know her and I did. And we'll see you at the next Lou Chat. Bye. Lou Chat.